So the medical machine is not very humanistic. The doctors, we have the best in the world. We've got the best highly educated Harvard and Yale doctors on her team. They are scientists. They are very good at what they're doing. They are not very humanistic. Now, the human side, the compassionate side, comes from her therapists, from her teachers. Like, for example, when the neurologist, a very nice doctor, very good at what he does, but when he sat down and told us our daughter's never going to walk or talk or even have any semblance of a life the way that we would even have thought, there was nobody in the room with us. Like, he didn't even think ahead of time, maybe there should be a social worker, maybe there should be somebody here to adequately address the needs of these parents as I'm changing their life forever. I don't know if it's just not the process at that specific hospital, or if he didn't have the foresight to think, emotionally these people might not be able to take it. Maybe we should have somebody on staff working with them. So it's definitely not a humane process. It is a big process. It is an overwhelming process. The medical avenue.
I think everybody's really has the right intentions, and I look at it simply. Doctors are trying to find answers, and nurses are just trying to make the experience smoother and administer all the medical attention ongoing.
Yep.
And then therapists are trying to help.
Yes.
And everybody I know is trying to help. But
Yeah.
when the people that we've found to be the best, that's what you would expect, is not by going to the hospital and doing appointments, but by having occupational and physical therapists come to the house, and they're in your living room,
Yeah.
and they're doing muscle work.
Yeah.
And because that makes her feel
Yeah.
good, and that's helpful things that we can
But it's
do.
those frontline employees that
Yeah.
they've seen it all before. They have they've got great tips for us, and it might not be backed by the scientific medical community, but it's backed by their own 30 years of experience of working with kids that cannot walk or talk. So I feel like they've been more helpful than people in the medical community. And her hospital stays, any parent who has a child with a major medical issue, terminal issue, they will say they dread those hospital visits because nobody gets sleep, whether it's the parents or the child in the hospital room. And sometimes the medical staff, whether it's the medical assistants, the nurses, they're following out orders, and it's so cut and dry, so by the book. Like when she went in for her G-tube, the nurse is like, well, we're going to feed her overnight because that's what the doctor said. And I'm saying, no, you're not feeding her overnight because that's not what we do at home. She's 2.5 years old. She doesn't need to be eating 24 hours a day. She consumes enough calories. But it was almost like she's just so diligent in following doctor's orders that the common sense mom advice takes a back seat. And you don't want to be the crazy mom in there. But sometimes I think common sense gets lost just in the bureaucracy of carrying out the daily activities that go on in the hospital.
So